Hello, it is Lord Haywire again. I am trying to stream all sorts of issues. Uh, I guess it's the standard weird shit. Let me pull my stats up. I was not. Come on, stats. My frame rate stats. I just suddenly was losing frames like mad. The minute I started this, and it kind of did it for a second there, but that's okay because whenever you alt tab it does weird shit. But I am checking out Exanima. I keep calling it Examina, but it's Exanima. Um, I have watched a review about this, but that is all I know about it. So we will see how this is. I'm going to check my other settings real quick. I'm probably going to turn down this music a little bit. Um, uh, we'll leave the music on, though. That seemed to have... There we go. No. Turning it on and off broke it. Okay. Well, all right. We'll have a very quiet evening. I'll just have to talk more than I normally do, which is, oh, it says over there that it's doing something. Weird. I guess that's the torch sound. So I guess we won't do the music, but let me check my other settings. Everything looks good there. Everything looks terrible there. And everything looks terrible there, which is exactly what we want. We want terribleness. All right, we're good to go. I just finished checking out Dungeon Rats. It was awful. It only cost me like $1.80, so I guess it was worth the $1.80, but I wouldn't pay more than that. So I know that this game is like it has a random Exanima is this one that we're talking about. It has like random dungeons and stuff, I believe. So I get to make a person here. Physique, huh? Dead Center is about, yeah, it's an average person. I like to be tall. Not that tall. I think it's just his legs get age. Kind of an interesting. Oh, we have different faces too. Um, you don't see age that often, and well, especially how it works. If we're gonna go with my age, it's more like that. Let's see what facial options we have. All right, they're all pretty. Can I zoom in on this person? No. They don't have my haircut in here? Why not? Doesn't seem fair. All right, we're not doing the bowl cut. Or the ponytail. Okay, I can turn him around. No ponytail. I don't know why it's how the hair like lands on the shoulders there. All right, that's not that bad. What choices we got for facial hair here? Well, if we go with the mustache, maybe we'll pick a different haircut. There we go. There we go. Voice. There's no voices like my voice either in here. Oh, wait, there's wavy hair up here too. All right, I didn't even notice that. And then we also can pick the color of hair. Anyways, whatever. The voices are. That looks good to me. Please name your character. Oh, all right. We're gonna go with Forever Dead, because I have a feeling he's gonna be dying a lot. All right, what do we got here? We got apparel. Looks like we got some. Are these pants? What's the difference? Just color? Like I mentioned, I haven't played this game ever. I think red looks better. Global experience. Do I just get to pick one of these? Do I have spells? I watched a review, but it was like 6 months ago or something. Close combat. What does that stand for? Oh, okay. So it looks like you just have close and range. Let's go with close. Oh, I get to pick one of these. Or do I get to pick one? Okay. I do know that this is like an action. I don't want to say action RPG. Maybe it is. Do I get to pick one of each of these or just one? So I think you need to be able to move around. So I'm gonna select that. Do I get to pick one of each? Unavailable. Oh, maybe that's not in the game yet. Ceases a feigned attack to quickly renew one. So immediately follow a swing with another in the opposite direction. That's a. Oh, it's not meaning like behind me. It's meaning like. Meh, meh. All right, let's do that one. Oh, okay. So I only do get one. All right. So we'll take that. Well, what are my concentration options here? Sustained bindings contain a binding. Well, so this looks like some sort of magic. Um, this is also so looks like some sort of magic. So let's do the magic next or later. Not choose which power you wish to learn first. Sense minds in your vicinity and reveal their emotional state. Clear a target's mind of concern and aggression. Mask mind to conceal your mind. Briefly confuse a target and cause them not to recognize others. Requires continue, which must be one of these things down here. Yeah, so I'd have to get that. Okay. So it looks like we just have mind powers here, and I can't get that one. Let's do this confusion one. I don't know how to use it. There's probably a tutorial of some sort, or there won't be, and I'll just have to figure it out, which is fine. I don't like, you guys probably can't see it, but there's a blue circle of death here for Windows spinning. Yeah, you guys can't see this. I'll put it like, yeah. All right, it's fine. Everything's fine. Now move forward a little closer here. All right. Right click seems to be move. What does space do? Space does jack shit. Oh, wait. Oh. It wasn't right click, that was... No, right click does move you, but so do the arrow key, or the WASD keys. And this, like, turns you, but not... Do we have stamina? Alt doesn't seem to do anything. What is this? Tab? Okay, tab sets you into combat mode, it looks like. Alright, this is going to take a bit to get used to. Can I pick up this thing? Is this a torch? That is a torch. How do I pick it up? Oh. I made that thing appear. Do I have to put it in my inventory? No. I may have to drag it from here. What is this thing? This appears to be the final page of a letter, and assisting him in whatever way you can. If all else fails when recovering any information he has gathered, bring it to me. There is potential and you succeed here, and we'll find a place for you. Barely scribbled across the back of the page are the following words: "There's another way out." Alright, how do I pick up this shit? Continue, manual. Movement. Sprinting. Mouse, you can move. You can use the movement. If you need to adjust your character's position while using the mouse to perform another action, you can use the movement key. The strongly discourage use as a primary input method. Does not allow turning with speed or accuracy or sprinting. Alright, inventory. Drag items on the character, equip them, drag them into the space below to carry. You can equip a primary, press R to switch between them, and commerce increases with the items worn. Items are not currently equipped, do not contribute to a encumbrance. However, there's a limit to how much your character can carry. Simply by dragging them with the mouse. If you attempt to move, click on an object to inspect it, bring up the description. Click the description to right click on any window to close it. Double clicking. Alright, so I gotta figure out how do I. Okay. There we go. It wasn't brain surgery after all. Can I move these things? Oh wait, there's something on here. I guess I should have it's a metal stake. Oh, it is a weapon. Alright, I'm gonna have to it's gonna take a minute to get used to this. I bet you I'm gonna die a few times before I figure out how to do stuff. Can I like just grab, I can grab anything. I guess I watched that review quite a while ago. But I put it on my wish list almost immediately because I was like, man, I gotta check this shit out. How did I get tab was in fight mode? Alright. Well, figure out how to do shit. Is that a door over here? No, this is I do kind of like the zoom in and out thing. I don't feel like that's normal. Normal. How do I move the camera though? Middle mouse. I wish Q and E did that. Can I change it to that? Orbit camera. Or was Q and E being used for something else? Cursor look is V. Alright, Q isn't gonna work. Yeah, Q doesn't work in that. Just in that last game, I was saying I love it when games let you scroll around with Q and E. Oh, I never saved it, did I? So let's try this again. Where was it? Orbit camera. Q. Apply. Oh, that's weird. Alright, let's go back to what it was before. It'll be easier for me to adjust than for it to adjust to me in this particular case. Man, the graphics are pretty sweet. I gotta open. Can I open it the other way? No, I can't. But I can make it slam. Whoa. Probably shouldn't be slamming doors around. God damn it. Does this torch have duration? I was curious if I could move that. Doesn't look like, at least it doesn't tell me it does. Oh, maybe I'm just too far away from that. Yeah, it looks like the door's locked. Man, this music's stressing me out. I've just started and I'm already worried about dying. I don't know what the plot is in this game either. Oh, I do know, one of the things I do remember is you don't have to fight every monster. You can just, like, just don't antagonize them sometimes. How did I do my mind control, my confusion thing? Journal skills is K. Journal. We got nothing. There was also something, I think it said C. Power bar is C. Is this like a 1? Oh, it is a 1. Okay, and this must be my mana down here. Or whatever they call it in this game. Man, I feel like slamming doors is not a good idea, but I also... Oh, there's a something. There's a something. There's another something. Yeah, I wish I could control the whatchamacallit without the middle mouse. Okay, there is a cone of vision as well, it looks like. So the monsters only appear basically when... Looking for a weapon is what I'm looking for here. The monsters only appear when... they're in your sight, so they can be standing behind you, right? Like right now, a monster can be standing behind me. I don't see any weapons. Ah! Ah! No, okay, that didn't work how I thought it did. Oh! How do I fight this fucking dude? Right click, maybe? Oh, I've fallen down. Oh, wait, this matters? How I'm swinging? Oh, it seems to matter. Oh, I gotta learn to dodge. I don't think I'm doing any damage to this dude. Or very little. Oh. Well, I turned around on accident. Oh. Oh. I've died. I knew that was going to happen in this game, though. I didn't know combat was like that. I was trying for it to just do like a normal swing at first. Oh, I'm not dead? Oh, he's back. Well, thankfully he's back. Can I like grapple him? Doesn't seem like I can. I need to pick up something. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run for it. We'll just haul ass out of here. We'll leave that torch behind and everything. It's a learning experience. Run. Well, okay, we won't leave the torch behind. I keep using the keyboard to pick up stuff. Inventory. No, get out of here. Run. Or try to move. I keep using the keyboard to try to move because I'm not used to the Oh, you know, I got that other thing in my hand. Is this my... Yeah, let's put this in my... Or not in my hand. Oh god, he's gonna hit me. How do I hurt these guys? Man, I'm gonna have to... Alright, let's restart here, so at least I can start out without an aggro guy. I gotta find a weapon faster. Oh my god, I'm still alive. I guess this is part of the learning experience, right? Put that in your hand. Does it matter, like... No, maybe I'm just flailing around like an idiot too much. Panicking. Panic mode. I actually vaguely remember the guy who, I think it was Splattercat, was the person who I saw the review of, and he said that at the beginning you're gonna have absolutely horrible time figuring out how to do combat. Oh! I can't even see that guy. Alright, let's start this again. There's gonna be a learning curve here. Maybe I should just go straight into the arena. Oh, is it remember? Yes. Alright. Let's put my shoes on. We went with the red shirt last time. What is this thing? So I picked armor. Oh, wait. No. This goes up as you... Alright. Oh, I should have tried to confuse it. That's what I should have done, is try to confuse it. Looking at my stream over there, it looks like there's nothing happening, but is this thing actually working? You know what I should do here? I didn't see that I'm covering up everything over here. Let's move me. Whoops, not me. Let's move me over to here. Over to here, and let's do this follower goal off the top of my hit points there. There we go. That's better. Now back to this. Alright, I'm gonna look around for a weapon first in here. I'm gonna be a little bit more cautious. And it seems like if I'm in combat mode, alright, I'm just testing out something here. Can I like pick up this board and put it in my hand? No. Okay. We do need this torch, man. Everything's pitch dark. Nothing on the shelves. That I can see. A lot of like debris. Oh, here's the thing. Can I put this in my other hand? Okay, so I'm a righty. Okay, so if I swing from the right, it's that way. Swing from the left, it's that way. I just gotta not panic. Usually, when I notice myself panicking in a video game, I say that I'm panicking, because then it like, oh yeah, you're panicking. Alright. I'm already doing better. I got two things equipped. I guess I have to turn that. We don't need to slam doors, though. That was a little better. Now we got some music coming in. Okay, so this is the same. I can't remember which direction I went. We'll go this way. I don't think I went this direction. Keeping my hand or eye out. I think an axe would be useful. This might also be a game where, like, hauling ass through the game isn't, like, the smartest move. You know, you want to pay attention to what's going on and keep an eye out for loot, turn the camera, that type of stuff. Whoops. I don't think this torch wears out. What is that on the wall? A cross? Alright, isn't this where I died? I mean, I know I died a bunch of times, but... Isn't this one... whether they had a lumber yard underground here? I guess I can't go back here. No, I can. I guess I don't know this is underground. I just assumed it was underground, but this could be like the first level of a castle. What is this? A metal bar. Impact, balance, crush. What about this thing? Impact, balance, crush, thrust. How the fuck do I thrust? Well, that seems like that's going to be harder to do, so let's go with this thing. Whoops. Oh, it's a two-handed weapon, huh? I don't like that noise. Is this one also a two-handed weapon? A simple one versus... Let's see. We'll probably... I mean, I know one's shorter than the other. Am I accidentally doing that, though? Can we put, like, this guy here? And put my primary. We'll do that. And R, it said we'll switch. Man, it gets dark in there, though. Holy shit. Alright. Yeah, I need like a torch that sits on my belt is what I need to do. What I need. Alright, there's a little bit of lag between switching weapons, which is, I just need to know, you know? Come into my haunted, oh god damn it. Come into my haunted house. That guy's an axe. No, don't run. What is this? This looks like a chest to me. Oh, we got something in here. A leather belt. It gives me a little of something. Doesn't look very good. Light leather chest or vest. Right click. Eh. Can I equip this? Yeah, there we go. Now I look like I'm some sort of murderer. So when I'm in combat mode, I can go back into the side. I just gotta, like I said, I just gotta not panic. I gotta keep my shit together. Is there a map in this game? Doesn't look like it. Not that I see. When you're paused, are you actually paused? It looks like it. Controls. Looking for map. Dash mode. Hold what? What is this? Hold. Oh, gotcha. Alternative attack is Alt. I don't think there's a... Okay, that's how you do a stab. I think. I already died. Lurker, how's your night going? I died in like the first 5 seconds. Alright, it was 30 seconds. But that's okay. I'm doing better on my... This is my second run, I guess. But I literally didn't prepare at all. I'm just trying to figure out what the alt does right now. It says it's an alternate attack, but... Okay, I think it's stab. I think. Oh yeah? I haven't even looked at... Well, I looked at it to do a test for, the frame rates, but besides that, I haven't even looked at it. Basically, all I've done is watched a review of this game like 6 months ago, and I was like, wow, that game looks awesome. And then I bought it today. Oh shit, now we're in combat. Nope. Gotta figure this combat out. Alright, can I stab? I want to stab. It's doing like flips and shit. Get away from it. Oh, she's got a knife too. Oh, so stab is when you... No, it is not. It's just got a really long wind up. Oh. Did I actually kill someone? I think I killed it. Now, I might actually need a practice arena because it's quite difficult. How do I loot this person? It's going alright, Grim Skull. How is your night doing? Okay, so this is how I loot this person. So I remember that from the review. They said you don't have to fight everybody. And so I've been trying to avoid everybody, but so far that hasn't worked out too well. And if I remember correctly, this red is your health can't go back till you sleep or something. I should probably do the arena. Hey, thanks for the follow, Grimskull. I should probably do the arena. What is this? Oh wait, I want to double click it. Handsaw. How does that compare to this knife? Yes, it is. So it's definitely the controls are... Okay, I have the same thing on both. Do I want to carry on more weapons? Is there durability in this game? So I think the thing that's confusing me with the combat is when I'm in actual combat, it swings differently. Maybe not. Maybe, like I was saying earlier, I'm just panicking. Whenever I see a bad guy, I panic. Alright, an axe. I was saying earlier I want an axe. How does this axe compare? Balance and slash. Oh, I vaguely remember that from the the review I watched too that some are better. Alright, so this one says it's high quality. This one has a better... I'm gonna try out this axe for a while. I should have done the arena is what I should have done. Just so I could learn how to fight, but... Can I open this thing? I can. Got a hammer. A nail. I don't think I need a nail, or maybe I do. Let's put this stuff away I don't need. Oh wait, these things are different. Oh, one's shittier quality. Is that what's going on? Yes, this one's a crude one versus a coarse one. And I don't think I need this spiky thing. I don't know why I'm putting them in this chest, but... Oh, but does that matter for... Is this... Okay, that's gonna be better, I think, than this. Yes. So, Grimskull, are you also playing Examina? Again, I keep calling it Examina. Are you playing it as well tonight? Oh, there's hidden values? Oh. Interesting. Alright, how does this thing swing compared to the other? Alright. So I just gotta not freak out the minute I see a zombie. Or whatever they are. And stop slamming doors would probably be another. Gonna avoid that guy. No reason to pick a fight when I don't need to. What's this thing? Do I need bottles? Maybe I do. Maybe I gotta like make potions or something. Yeah, you can put a link in there. I'm I'm fine with links. What is this thing? Oh, not the nail. I thought this nail was attached to the bottom of it. Got a mace. No alchemy yet. So I'm gonna put this is a two-handed axe, I'm assuming. No, maybe not. You know, I wasn't paying attention to this leather, or this light leather vest. To make it more like realistic. That's always appreciated in games when I'm like, it seems kind of realistic compared to, you know, other games. So a hatchet versus, I bet you this axe, though, is double-handed. So let's do this. Actually, let's go back to primary, and we'll make sure, yeah, that's my... Put this here. Go back to primary. And was this a chisel? It is a chisel. Oh, and that's what I was checking. Light leather tunic versus light leather vest. Coverage is the same. This looks like it's better. Oh, is it? That's weird. I'm not losing any bit rates or anything. Or bit rates. Frame rates or anything. Or bit rate, actually. I wonder if there's something wrong with my mic. I haven't rewatched any of my stuff lately. Let's go. That's probably my hydration. I have some cranberry juice right here. That's where I start talking like that, even without. Oh, I don't need this. Is what we're saying here. I just start to kind of mumble sometimes. It's one of the reasons I started streaming is because I talk like this even when I'm alone playing a video game. Yes, that's actually why I have cranberry juice is because, all right, I think I was already in here. Because of mixed drinks. It's great with vodka. I don't need that stuff. Exactly. Alright, if I hit R, how dark does it get in here? This is not that dark compared to that other room, so we're okay. Oh, there's a person in here. Oh, and they want to fight. Run away! Oh! Oh, I gotta remember to jump back and forward. Oh, what was that spell I had? Guess he's dead. So I wonder, should I be checking all these guys? No, I have the Gabinson or whatever it's called. Cloth trousers, though. Same. So I have mediocre trousers going here. Man, I haven't thought about it. I normally I'm like always paying attention, like, oh, I got 10 XP or whatever. I haven't even thought about that. I picked this one. I don't know if this is a good stat to pick, but I figured I would want to jump around and dodge. Was that leather thing I found earlier considered an outer layer? Ah, yes, the bathroom. Video games with bathrooms are pretty rare, too. They always have... So I make D&D maps, too, and they always have these 3-seaters. Most of them don't have I mean, not the ones I make, but most of the ones that I find. Most of them don't have this barrier, though, and I always imagine the people just, like, hanging out, taking a shit, talking to the person sitting next to him. It's like Battle Bros, with the... There's another hammer with the armor. Completely different games otherwise. There's that metal thing, too. Metal post. Metal rod. Whoa, whoa. No need to get into this guy's shit. Or that guy's shit. Oh. I just fell over for some reason. Not really sure why. Okay, we don't need bottles. Well, I'm hoping I'm not going to run into anyone and play with for a while. Can I light this candle? Oh wait, I need to do it this way. Brass compass. Shelf. It's an actual, like... Oh, right here. Oh, I think I vaguely remember this thing in the review too. It was Splattercat, so he does like a... Oh, there we go. So maybe you can get a map later. What is this? Oh, that's the candle. That's another candle. I really like these. Like I said earlier, I'd make like D&D maps. I like these maps with their all the detail, you know, like they got the serving tray for the cups and stuff. Pretty rare in video games or D&D maps. Okay, so this is south. I gotta orient myself. Orientate? Is that the right? He does one review a day or something crazy like that. He definitely churns out the content. Oh, I was on the wrong side of the door. Which is actually pretty amazing that I can't open it from either side. So he does definitely churn out the content. The biggest thing I wish he would be a little bit more critical on some games. There was a game I bought, I forget what it was called. It's some vampire game. Look at this thing. And he gave it like a pretty good review, but it was actually pretty bad. It was like the game isn't bad, it's just not good, if that makes sense. It's called like Immortal Wars or something. I can't remember exactly what it's called. So there's a few games like that that I've looked at later and been like, these aren't really that good. But I watch his shit all the time. Slash versus, and this is, what is this one? So this does better, way better damage. I'll get this on here. Gotta close this. There we go. I'm gonna toss. I don't think I need to be carrying around 12 axes here. Unless... This one I don't need. Oh, I see what's going on. Now so he definitely has like some really interesting insight into like lots of games, but there's just that like just occasionally, whoa, oh, it's awesome. I tripped over that thing. Oh, that's great. Can I run and trip over that? No, that's amazing. Um, Whoa, no. All right, how do I get this thing off my arm? Here we go. All right. No, that's awesome. I know why he's not. He's definitely has to rush if he's doing one a day. I don't even know how he does one review a day because you know he's got to play the game. He's got to, you know, I think he does it 5 days a week. He's got to play the game. He's got to record his thing. Then he's got to edit his thing. But I think the reason he doesn't want to shit talk games, which I kind of understand, except that occasionally I think it's, look at this guy. He's fine, right? I don't need, oh no, there's a chest back there. Maybe this will be good practice. Can I go around this way? But occasionally I feel like games need to be shit talked. So I just played a game I bought for $1.80. I just streamed it called Dungeon Rats, and at first I was like trying to give it a benefit of the doubt, but then I started shit talking it because I feel like it's worth $1.80, but that's about it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to be negative Nancy, but can I sneak up this guy? Well, let's turn on it. Oh, did not expect him to. Oh, get up on him. That guy can hit. Oh, I think one of the main issues I'm having is I keep pushing the button instead of holding down the button. Oh, you fell down. Bad time to fall down. Oh, hit him. Oh, you killed him. Yeah, no, Jesus Christ. I was positive I was dead there. He was beating the crap out of me with a hammer. Jesus Christ. Alright, what do we got here? Leather gloves. Well-made pair. Put them on, buddy. Boots are probably better than these shoes, I would assume. Yes. Whoops. Oh, is that what I'm missing? Is the hip movement part? A drawing compass. I don't think I need this stuff. Let me try this hip movement. Alright, I'm in combat mode. Click. And then if I just do this. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. But you want to go the way... Oh, I see now. You gotta really get it in there. So I've just been getting lucky. What's this thing's alternate attack? Oh, okay, it's the same thing. Do you have to do the... Yes. That's what I was missing earlier with that thing, too. Oh, how did I do that downward strike? Alright, I'm almost dead, but let's keep exploring. I think I'm definitely gonna go into the arena. Whoops. Arena next. I'm glad there isn't like a stamina meter, too. Double click and hold to overhead. Alright. Does this need to move as well? Thanks for the help, by the way. Oh, there's stamina for shield. Which way am I going here? East? I probably don't want to be looking at the ground that much. I have a friend that in first-person shooters, as he plays, he slowly starts looking at the ground more and more until he's just shooting him in the feet. And whenever we're doing multiplayer, it's like, why are you shooting everybody in the feet? Because he doesn't like notice that he's slowly, and he doesn't play video games that much. I think I was doing the same thing right there, where I was slowly looking more and more down instead of. I think I've already been in here. And then getting the angle. Dual wielding. Have I been here before? I feel like I've been here before. This, I think I have. I think this is like the first chest I saw. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Whoa. I think this is locked, isn't it? No, it is not. How long has this game been in development? Alright, we got the glow going there, so what happens if we switch to this two-handed axe? What is that noise? Oh. Oh, this guy wants to fight over here because I have my... Okay, there's that. Hey man, I'm just doing some practice swings. Don't worry about me. Nah, I'm gonna fight him anyways. Get my practice swings, turn him into real combat. Now I need to move. How do I move, jump backwards? I mean, I know how, but how do I train my brain to work with this? All right, back up a little bit. And then, could I hit this guy on the ground? No. Yeah, no, I know. I definitely need to like I said, retrain my brain here to how, like I'm trying to move forward, but then I know that I'm not moving forward because I'm moving backwards because I'm pushing the wrong key. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, like you were saying here. So there's with some video games it's worth it to like train your brain, and other ones it's worth it to like adjust the key settings to try to. Okay, I think this is where I saw this guy earlier. No, this is different. This is a game where you want to adjust your brain to the game, not the game to you, if that makes sense. It's like riding a bike too, where after you probably figure it out, it's really easy to pick it back up again. Right, I don't think I've been here before. This is east again, though. I need to find a map. Oh, so my health regenerated, it looked like. I wasn't sure about that. Except up to the red bar, which is like permanent damage, I'm pretty sure. Alright, there's some other gloves. Extremely well made versus my well made. Yeah, this is better. I need to stop touching with the keyboard with my left hand when I get into combat, because I start trying to use WASD immediately. That's just like the standard, I guess. Dude, I love that you can trip in this. I don't know why. It's just, that's like unknown in video games. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm leaving you alone. I think I'm lost here. Can we open these things up? No. Alright, I'm going north, which I think is better. Is this a shield or this is a barrel top? Alright, we got a different tile in this room. And this is north again. Was I here already though? I'm totally lost. Okay, this is not where I fought that guy earlier. I think I've been here, though. I wasn't paying attention to the tile difference, but... Oh! I accidentally hit tab and I wasn't paying attention. Combat, buddy. Well, that was some luck. That was not skill at all. um, Actually, I'm just really good at this now. I can kill somebody. No, that was total luck. Let's keep going. I don't know where my starting room was. I'm lost. What is this? Doesn't look like I can get in there. What is this? Pulsing yellow cross next to my health bar. Am I even close to that though? I feel like, and that's this part, right? I thought I was gonna do more jumping around. More, or maybe I should be doing more jumping around. But I'm not. Whoa, whoa. You know what, I haven't checked my, alright, there's still no, wait, do I put these journal entries in here? Oh. Interesting. Alright, let's continue to try and go north just so I can Wait, I was already in here, wasn't I? No, I was not in here. Or was I? I think I need to look for a bed for healing, right? Sandals are probably not gonna be as good as... Nope. And what about my shirt here? Leather tunic, very well made. I think that's what I had. No, I guess it isn't. I just had leather vest. But I can't put this, whoops, I keep doing that. This can't go on here, I don't think. Oh, I can. Alright. That's the third layer you were talking about. How do I use this thing? Just one? Does it do it to everything around me? Oh, there's a book. A catalog exhaustively describing many common and unremarkable plants in great detail. It's hard to imagine why anyone would undertake such a pointless endeavor. That's my mom is like, so my mom and my stepdad are so into fucking plants. They would enjoy that book. Oh, I thought I picked a different power. I thought I picked this. Oh, that's this one. How do I get this one? Hmm. Oh, I'm learning that power. Gotcha. And I looked in here. And this is where I came in, and that's that thing. I want to keep going northish just because that's a direction I randomly picked. Alright, that is something. That is something different. Let's look in here first. This is south, though. I was a little bit stuck on that doorway, but I thought that was just my incompetence causing that. Alright, is this guy gonna jump up and fight me? I'm gonna bet that I want this key. What do you got, buddy? A letter. Whoops. Dear Mathis, Elara has disappeared. Many have gone missing of late, but bandits in the area are not uncommon. Elara, however, does not travel. Why would they have taken her? I dread to think that they might do to her. I thought of a ransom, and so I am ashamed to admit I thought of you, but there have been no requests for ransom, just more and more missing. I assume news of these events have not reached Ardens. It has been long since we've seen a proctor. What am I to do, dear cousin? Will you at least advise me? Alright, so there's people disappearing. And that other guy, what did he say? Oh, that there's another way out. If all else fails, then recover any information he has gathered and bring it to me. There's potential in you to succeed here, and we'll find a place for you. What were we looking at here? These are better. We have well-made boots. A shirt. Very well-made shirt. I think I got the Gabson or whatever it's called. I think my stuff's better here. Yeah, I've been dragging these things around, but I keep trying to drag them into my inventory. It's not the game's fault, it's my fault, you know what I mean? Alright, I don't know. Why is that one all boarded up? What's going on in there? Alright, let's move this stuff and then we'll get into a fight and I'll survive it. I'm gonna survive it. Gotta talk myself up here. Psych myself up. Oh, I can't move this thing? I was already in here, I think, actually. Whoa, whoa, nope, nope, sorry, I was just stopping by. Do you want to fight or you just... I will just avoid you. No. Maybe. I guess I don't care about sound. I was all worried that me slamming doors and stuff would make them unhappy. Yeah, so far it seems, obviously I've only played for an hour. It seems really interesting that the settings they got going, or how they're setting up the systems. Alright, now I'm lost again. I was gonna go north. Oh, this is a custom engine? Wow. Is this one dude's passion project? I didn't know that. Or did he start as one? Oh, can I interact with this thing? No. Trying to see if that showed me where. I come in here. Are they working on other games too, or is it just this game? I usually do like a very brief amount of like very tiny amount of research before I play a game because I don't want to ruin it, if that makes sense. Like I feel like if I go to like their wiki, the first thing it's going to say is like, you know, isn't it cool when you kill this guy and win the game or something like that, you know? But after I've played it a couple times, then I dig. I still try not to read any lore and stuff, but I dig into more like who's making it and whatnot. I like even if you look at oh here we go. Um, Even if you look at just like the patch notes, a lot of it will say, you know, a lot of times they'll say fix the bug where the skeleton does whatever, and you're like, oh well, I didn't know I could even do that to a skeleton. Um, so I try not to do that until after I've played it a little bit. Wait, it said something about keys. What did it say about keys? Not that. Whoa, sorry, buddy. Didn't yours? Okay, this I already went in here. Oh wait, and this is the guy that I would try to avoid fighting. So let's, if we have to fight him, we gotta fight him. No, I avoided him and I don't know where he went. Great. Yeah, I was slowly too zooming in more and more and I didn't even notice. It's funny. Okay, I came from there. See, that's the bummer, is if they can't even make their money back, you know, for their time and stuff. Um, that's a lot of. I talk about that a lot in my streams. Probably people get tired of me talking about making money and stuff, and how certain games, like, are they just doing it for money? Or are they not doing it for money? Seems like there's somebody in here, but it's a bummer when people pour their heart and soul into a game and they no longer make money off of it. That looks like that has a keyhole. Let's see if we can use this key. I swear it said something about double clicking on it. Whoops. Wow, that sucks. Being in near bankruptcy. How do I use this goddamn key? Come on. I know it should be obvious to me. No. Maybe it automatically uses it. It looks like, whoa, hi, buddy. You just coming to say hi, or we gonna have it out here? Let's go this way a little bit. Let's hide in this corner here. Probably not the best tactical spot. I was in deep concentration there. Um, but it's obvious how the key works when I get to that point, right? If I can survive that long, that is. Come on, man. Alright, so there's the other side of this door. What do we got here? This is just a body. Looks like somebody beat him with a pole, or he had a pole. We got a cleaver guy here, and he's got a leather tunic. He's got some boots. I think mine are better. They are. At least I didn't look at the last, the piercing. Yeah, or they're the same. Oh, pants. What about my mediocre pants? Guess mine, a fairly coarse pair of pants are fine. I don't want that. Let's check out what else we got in here. Another... I like staring for real. I thought you were joking. Oh! I love the tripping. I mean, in a positive way, not in like it's silly. It's just awesome that you can trip on shit. What we got here? These are the same, but I bet you these boots look cooler. Yeah, they look different. And this is where the other side of that thing was. And this is this way. Key under this table? Man. I gotta be much more observant. Oh yeah. I also gotta remember I can move shit around. I can move like everything around, and I haven't really been doing that except to get like through doors and stuff, but I could... Yeah, I just gotta remember... Gotta remember that shit, you know? Alright. Let's go through this door. Oh, this one. That has a key sound to it. Let's try this here. No. How do I do this? Or maybe that just means I can't get in there. Sounds like it. Double click the key. Ah. See, I thought it said something about double clicking keys earlier. But then or maybe you said something about double clicking keys earlier. Thank you again. Hey, does this guy have a hat on? I'm pro hat. If it's armor of a type, it doesn't look like it. No, it's just his hair, or her hair. What do we got here? A male vest. And these are just empty bottles. Alright, let's put on this. So get some chainmail going. Oops, why am I carrying around so much crap? Did it put on that vest? I don't think it... What did I do with that vest here? I'm got kind of a lot of crap building up. Oh, interesting. What? How did I accidentally fuck this thing up here? Oh, it's 4 levels. Oh, wow. All right. Leather tunic. This is just a good old shirt. All right, I gotta take a quick break. I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Let me turn my little timer thing on here. Gotta go to the bathroom. Um, where is it? Break timer. And oh, I probably should reset it so that it says 5 minutes on it. Oh, now it's gone forever. All right, there we go. I will be back in less than 5 minutes. All right, I am back. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the help. Appreciate it. Oh, let me close this thing down. Whoops. Hopefully that saves when or pauses when I go away. I don't think it did. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I always put backseating allowed on all my games because even games that I feel like I'm the master at, other people know, know more. And in a new game, I definitely need help. I'm not the best game player. I always say I'm just a casual player. I don't really master games too often. Dominions 5 would be the one game that I feel like I'm a master of, but then chat was telling me stuff that I've been playing Dominions 5 for like 10 years, 15 years, maybe even like 20 years, I don't know. And people in chat were telling me stuff I didn't know about it. All right, east. All right, let's north. Oh, that's definitely true. All right, we already went there. I think I already went here. So I think when I watched I think it was Splattercat. Yeah, I already went here. When he did the review of this, he was actually saying that in his review that like a lot of people have negative feelings about this game, but it's not because the game's bad. It's because people don't give it a long enough chance. I streamed a game called Between the Stars. I gave it a chance, and I really didn't like it. And then later, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I don't think I was necessarily fair to that game because I didn't really give it enough of a chance, if that makes sense. So I'm actually gonna stream that one again, but because you get like an initial feeling sometimes, and you let it overwhelm your thoughts. Between the Stars is not anything like this. It's not as well done as this, but um, all right. All right, buddy. Can I just run past you? Yeah, I want to go back south is what I want to do. I'm pretty sure... Oh, no, maybe I haven't been here. No, I have been here. This is that one where it was stashed from the other side. Oh, did I miss a good loot spot? Or an interest? Okay, I've already been here. I'm just double checking everything. I'm getting more comfortable with running around, which is probably a bad move. All right, here's a door I missed. Oh, there's a person in here. That was not expected. Oh, this is the room you were talking about? That was just pure luck then. T to talk. Who are you? I'm just a farmhand named Darren. What are you doing here? I got attacked by bandits. They robbed me, then threw me in here. I see. You see, I didn't do nothing. Why not just kill you? It does seem a bit odd. Let's go with that one. How did you get here? Can't you get out? I don't recall. Let's do. I certainly intend to. What about the dead ones? I'm more concerned about the necromancer. What necromancer? They don't seem very aggressive. I will try to avoid them. If they get in my way, I will kill them. I'm gonna try to avoid, let's say that. One of them chased me. I'll die if I stay here. Maybe we can get out together. Um, he might be my best friend here. Yes, we may be able to help each other out. Do you intend to make yourself useful? No, you'll only slow me down. Yeah, we'll help each other out. All I got is a stick, though. Are you able to fight? My da was a soldier. Tried to teach me some, but I wasn't much for it. What about you? I think I might be able to handle these undead. I'm quite proficient. That is 100% not true. I must admit, I'm quite useless myself. It's probably going to be that one. We'll get by. Let's be on our way. I think it's best if you stay here after all. I'm going to go with I'm useless. We should look around. My da would say just a good shirt can save your skin. So I think I was supposed to find this guy earlier, but I probably ran right past him. I suppose let me know if you see anything useful. Let's go now. I'd rather focus on getting out, take what you want. Don't touch anything unless I say so. Let's be on our way. Let's do this one. Can I interact with this guy? I want to give him some weapons. Can I talk to you again? Let me see your equipment. Okay, so he's got a spiked... I just dumped a bunch of crap, too. Yeah, totally, that there's a necromancer. I got the... Can I give this guy the torch? What happens if I do that? Will he carry it close enough to me? And then let's give him this hammer. What is this thing like? Impact, balance, pierce. This is far superior for the impact, so let's go with that. Whoops, I did it again. There we go. We'll keep this as his secondary. Can I put this as both first? And yes, I can. Alright. Then I can axe it up here. I'll keep this as my primary. Yep. Yep. And I had a bunch of shirts and stuff, but I threw them all on the ground somewhere. Maybe there is something over here. A detailed log of various materials being delivered and dispatched. The script and some of the spelling seems very unusual. What you assume must be dates have a format that you can't make sense of. Well, that's not good. Time traveling bandits. What is this? This looks like a chest. It has, what is this, bracers? Light vam braces. Let's put these on. And how does this compare? This is impact and crush damage. Let's give that to this other dude. Alright, just double checking the bottles. Talk to you. Let me see your equipment. Oh, you probably can carry on junk too, so I might be able to stock up on your equipment there. Because I can't move this table. Is he gonna follow me around pretty close? Close enough. What is that? That's just a board. Alright, buddy. We're on our way out here. No change yet. We want to go south again, I think. Yeah, let's get away from this dude, though. Don't see much of anything. What is that? I gotta be much more observant here. I hear noise. Whoa. That's north. This is east. Let's continue on our sort of easterly, southerly direction. Kind of get back to the starting room is what I'm going to try to do, and then do a little more organized exploration from there. Oh. Come on, buddy. Did I miss something here? A mace would be nice for this dude. Oh, I think I picked up that mace earlier. Or maybe I just looked at it. It stepped on someone. Oh, I'm stuck. Just a little bit. Stuck with just a little tiny bit. Oh, did I run past it way back there? Let's see if I can make my way back there. Just let me double check this thing. I think a log of work orders. It seems as though many people were involved in completing them. Most of the names seem strange, and many items are described with words you've never seen before. Alright, this place is getting sketch. Oh, there's a hammer right here. Is that any better? No, it's... Oh, I've been here before. I just didn't look at that book last time. Alright, back to where Darren was found. Alright, there's another saw blade or something there. Let's head back here. This should be north then. Just making sure that door was open. That's how I kind of tell where I've been. Is that a thing of cheese? What is that? It's like a... Yeah, it did say something about the dates were different. That's why I was like, time traveling to my west. Whoa, whoa! That was pretty close. There's a maze. There we go. Is that better than his thing? What do I do? T to talk. It didn't say anything about sunshine. Whoops, I want this other thing. I want this one. Alright, so this does more crush. Oh, and it's way better balanced. Which makes sense. Well, I mean, we even have the same sunshine and whatnot in Europe. You know, everything's the same, and they track their time differently too. You know what I mean? So it could be something as simple as that, or something much more simple or sinister. But then why would people from like a major different area be over here? Chest on shelf. Behind this guy. I think. Man, there's gonna be secrets everywhere then. Alright, what do we got here? Another belt. Oops. Same. But we're gonna keep it for the other dude. We'll put this back on. What is this? Quilted trousers. These are much better. Oh yeah. A funnel? Candle? Alright, let's check out. Whoops. T3. How are your pants? Your pants are pretty terrible, actually. Oh, they're no. Oh, so it's funny. When I first started streaming, I said I was talking as if we were underground, and then I was like, actually, I don't know if we're underground because they're, it's got walls and stuff, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're underground. So I guess we are underground then. Okay, Darren, we'll find you some clothes again. Wait, what's this? A thick shirt. I think this might be better actually than your current shirt. It's identical because no, it's just the same. Which one looks nicer? That one looks better. You know what? We don't need to carry this crap around. I didn't see the trailer for it. All I watched was that review. Okay, let's go back. I'm missing something here. Let's go back on to the... Try to get back to the starting room and then... I feel like I missed something important. Not too fast. Okay, I think... What do we got here? It's nice having that guy carry the torch. Man, this is a big... Whoa, buddy. Hey, no, we don't want anything to do with you. This is a big underground. Alright, I think I'm almost back. Okay, here, let's try this one of these keys. Back it up there, buddy. Not that far. You're ready to fight, Darren. We haven't actually fought anyone since you've joined. A little closer there. I need your light source. Oh, I didn't see that at all. Did it say that at the beginning? I was probably messing around with OBS too when it was loading. Okay, so this is where we came in. I'm just making sure we're not... Like I said, I'm trying to be more observant. It looks like... Whoa, whoa. Sorry, excuse me. Don't worry about him. I mean, this kind of makes it seem like you're underground too, these little pillars, but I guess if you had a collapsing building in any situation... Alright, what do we got around here? There's a chest. An orb of some sort. Mediocre boots aren't going to be as good as mine, I don't think. Oh, they're the same. Keep that for Darren. What is this thing? It A sphere with a strange pattern within. Its surface seems to shift when you press against it. Soap. Whoops. Reinforced ones. These are going to be better than the ones I had. Alright, let's put this thing in here, of course. Oh. A collar? I first thought this was a belt, and I was going to put it on Darren. Alright, that's just empty shelves. I think. Whoa, there's a dude standing right there. Didn't notice you standing there, buddy. Well, let's talk to you, and let's give you some equipment while we're here. You know, these boots. What happens if I put the collar on you? Nope, nothing. And you can have those bracers. Let's hope that you don't betray me here later after I've equipped you well. It must be maddening watching someone new play, though, and you're just like, you've just walked past more loot! Okay, I'm just making sure I'm back where... Alright, that's the locked door, I'm pretty sure. No, that's not. Whoops. Don't mind me, buddy. Oh no, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. Come on, Darren. Leave that guy alone. Whoa. Oh, I guess we're in a fight, huh? Is there friendly fire in this game? I'm gonna worry that there is. I'm gonna assume that there is. Oh, Darren saved the day there. It seemed like this game, yeah, it seems like this game wouldn't be the same if there was no friendly fire, you know? Alright, and the barrel over here. Oh, that would be very hard to find. Jesus. What else we got in here? Alright, let's look at this sword. Let's check my secondary weapon. This thing's better balanced. This thing's actually just better. I'm gonna take this as my secondary. Or sorry, as my primary. And we can give good old Darren here. Is this better than his? I think his mace might actually be better. Impact is higher, balance is higher, crush is higher. Oh, okay. So I will definitely not give him this. I don't think I need to do this. Well, I'll hold on to it anyways. We don't need these shoes though. We don't need this thing. And one of these hammers is significantly worse. Whoops. Damn it. I think that was the one. The mallet. I don't even know if we need a secondary thing for him though. We'll do it anyways. Well, if we're gonna do that though, let's give him this axe. Oh wait, you said I could dual wield. No, maybe later you said. Let's give him this axe. And we'll set it as his secondary. Really? You don't want him to hold the torch? Let's dump this on the ground. Yeah, he was lagging behind earlier. Let's see here. So we want him on his primary, which is the mace. And his secondary is the axe. Alright. That means I gotta go back to my deal here. Alright, we're good there. There was a lot of stuff in there. I had some knives earlier. I had a bunch of knives earlier. That, like, right when I first started. And which way am I going here? This is north. Let's go back down this way. And then got rid of them because I found better, like that axe right off the bat. Did I already look at this guy? I didn't. Light waistcoat. That looks terrible, but it might work for a layer on Darren. That's bad. I think he has the same type of boots, so those are okay, and that's bad. Hey Phil, how's your night going? This game is crazy. There we go. Master the Darren can? Oh, I got the little plus thing. I went up a skill thing, huh? So now I am got that. What are my close combat options here? I don't even know how to parry, so we'll ranged combat didn't have anything, so I'm assuming that's not in the game yet. Shields I don't know anything about. I don't know. Let's leave that. So let's do this one. Yeah. Well, that's good to know that he's not just a schlep forever. I'm gonna try this thing here. Yeah, I just gotta get used to the attacking again. And then that's gonna have a stab option. There we go. Alright. Got it down until the first fight comes, and then I'll panic again. And what do we got here? What are these things? A muzzle? Or like a dog or something? Oops. I meant to just close that one. How are these pants looking? Crabby. Man, Darren, I had better stuff earlier, but I threw it all on the ground somewhere. Alright, so we're like in a kennel or something. What we got here? A hook. You know what? Let's take one of these and put it in Darren shit as his secondary. Alright, so which one's better? Balance. This one has a higher balance, so you're saying that matters. And a 3.5 impact. And 2 slash and 2 crush. So this one's better. Let's go secondary. Let's put this hook. There we go. Man, I do not look that cool with this sword. I know that shouldn't matter, but I always want my guy to look cool, you know? He looked cooler with an axe. We gotta cut. Oh, that's all the shit I threw on the ground over there. And I already looted all that stuff. You know how his like arm gets stuck on stuff? It reminds me of that sorcery um sorcery and swords and sorcery VR game. Doodle Biscuits, how's it going tonight? You know what? I totally forgot I could even hit him earlier when I was just flailing around with my sword practicing. So, thanks for the reminder. Okay, so I think this is a place I haven't been yet. Alright, why did the music change? There was like a pulse of louder music. Alright, there's a guy in there. I actually remember this guy from the review that I watched. You gotta fight this guy. Alright, Darren, you ready? You're going in with your hook? Alright. Gotta get mentally prepared for this fight here. When I say mentally prepared, I mean very not prepared. Hey, the stab worked. Hey, he's running for it. That's new. Did he drop his weapon? Where are you going, Darren? Oh, is that how you parry? Oh, he took care of him. Good job, buddy. I did get a little tiny bit wounded. I think this is the same as the hook you already have. What do we got in here? Skeleton. Can't move any of that stuff. I figured that skeleton might have something in there, but... What do we got here? Light leather vest. Alright. Darren, this is for you. Why do I keep opening mine when I don't need to? This is a fairly coarse one. Whoops. I think this is... Yeah, this is garbage, so that we can just throw this on the ground. Alright, buddy, I think we're ready to go. Can we take this off the wall, just out of curiosity? Nope. Another hook. What is this? That's just like a pole or something. Now I gotta look inside of all the... Yeah, like how his arm gets stuck there. Reminds me totally of that sword and sorcery game. That VR game. That happens to, like, you in the VR game. Okay, I think I've been to all of these doors. I keep not paying enough attention. Alright, there's the guy where I started. Yeah, it would probably take an extremely long amount of time. Alright, this is new. Didn't they just find something? like in the past week or two, some corpse that was in perfect shape. It was some kind of animal or something. It was half of an animal. Forget what it was. I can't play with this dog corpse. Not that. All right. Just I'm getting ready to search everything, so. All right, this is east, south, east. Oh, that's a chest. I thought it was like a bench. All right, we got a fairly well-made pair of boots. I think these are just the same, though. And I already gave Darren a pair of boots that are the same as mine. Leather trousers, huh? They're not as good as mine, but Darren's is not as good as those. I don't think, at least. Nope. Alright, so that is everything over here, I'm pretty sure. Oh! Let's check this other side. I did not come over here, I don't think. For some reason I was assuming that uh, door could swing inwards as well. I don't know why I assumed that. No other door does that. All right. Ah, another bathroom. Are these guys closing doors behind me? I'm using that to keep track of where I'm going or not going. Going south again. Yeah, this is where I fought that one dude. Did I go west? Don't see anything. And now we're gonna go south. It is really easy to get lost in this game. At least for me it is. Alright, we've already been here. I see my pile of junk that I threw on the ground. So let's go back this way. I think this is where I came from. Oh, maybe not. No, I've been here before, but this is not where I came from. Now we're going east. East-ish. Then we'll go south again here. Alright, another... Oh, you know, I was here earlier. Just, I didn't have a key then. And this, now we're going south still. Whoop. Hey, buddy. Look at that guy. He's just got a big spiked pole. Can't drink any of that beer over there. Man, there's a lot of detail in this game. You can even click on this stuff. So like I was saying, I make like D&D maps and whoa, hey, you wouldn't think this would take a lot of time to like set up, like adding all those details. Whoa, but it takes a ton of time to set up details like that. Because you gotta like put all this stuff on, like you gotta sit around and put all these, you gotta place all this stuff in, and I assume it's similar in a video game. It's not for a video game, then I do my thing. But I assume they gotta place all this stuff, like drag and drop it in here. I'm stuck in a chair. What is this? A bill hook. That balance is good. Let's take this thing and give it to Bill there. Or not Bill, to Darren. Whoops. Replace this. God damn it, I did it again. And what else we got in here? A waistcoat, a mediocre quilted cloth waistcoat in extremely worn condition. I have a feeling this is gonna go to you. Let's see what you, oh, that replaced 2 items? No, we just toss this shit on the ground. We can toss this shit on the ground too, and we can toss light leather vest. This is actually, this light leather vest is better. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, we have the same thing. I guess we don't need that collar. I should just leave his thing open. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. That's like a, yeah, tongs. At first it looked like a giant key to me, and I was like, is that a giant key? Like, giant door? There is that other door we couldn't get through. I don't know if I tried my... Did I just throw this on here? Yeah. My guy flailing around in the background. Let's see, that's south. So... let's not go that way yet. Okay. Did I look at these corpses? I'm stuck on a chair again here. This is the same crappy tunic, crappy this, crappy. That body doesn't have anything. I should just leave Darren's inventory open. Oh, is that what happened? I didn't hear him say that when I was... Oh man, there was another choice here. Whoops. What'd I hit? I hit R instead of T. There was another choice that I accidentally hit. It said other there for a second. Maybe if I look at this thing again. Or maybe I missed it for for good. I probably missed it for good. I wasn't paying attention. Yep. Look at that spatula. It's got a little hook in the back. Like with the ladle. Just looking at the the items, you know? Like people put a lot of time into this stuff, and so I like to like, well, some games that's not true. This game you can tell somebody put a lot of time into it, so. The game I played before this, they did not put time into their assets. There weren't any assets basically. All right, what do we got here? We got a pipe, some shoes, and a belt. Which this belt actually might be okay. I don't know why I usually can't double click on this. Yeah, without taking this guy off. Now it's the same. Let me talk to you, Darren. I'm just gonna leave your equipment on from now on instead of It's the same, but this one looks better. And put your clothes back on, buddy. Was that the first checkpoint? Well, I wouldn't have gotten here without your help. I'd still be like stuck in some corner somewhere. With an iron rod as my weapon. Flailing. Mattingly. Alright, there's something over here. Alright, what do we got? Light sash. Another light sash. Oh, that one actually... A crude sash. I assume that's equivalent to a belt here. Yeah, it's the same. Let's see. I think the belt looks better. And then what is this? We already got better waistcoats, I think. No, we didn't. I mean, Darren didn't. And this one I could turn. I think I should have done the arena first just to figure out combat better, but then the other thing that is really important is knowing that there's going to be hidden shit everywhere. I guess I should have guessed that, but I wasn't really thinking that everything would be so well hidden. Alright, more toilets. There's got to be a guy in one of these, right? I've played enough video games to know that every toilet's filled with dudes ready to fight. And you always should look in the toilets, too. So there's an end to this game. You can actually win this game. A lot of games, I feel like... I don't know, I guess it's just me. I never finish games. And I can guarantee I probably will not finish this one. I've finished like 2 games in the last 20 years. Actually, streaming video games makes me not finish them necessarily, but continue on with them more because I want to continue like with the community, you know. Obviously I'm not going to play a game I hate, but I just lose interest in video games a lot. I want to move this door. There we go. I guess I was trying to move it too far away. Is there actually nothing in these bathrooms? That's crazy. It's a video game. It's supposed to be filled with loot. Alright, which way are we going here? We're going west. I think I'm pretty sure I already looked at this thing. Yeah, that's the place with the pipe. Alright, east is where we went to get to this little area with the bathrooms. Yep. And so let's go west and make sure I've cleared out west. What I need, I think I need to find a bed, I think. Alright, that was back north. Let's go back south here. Let's keep going south, see how far until I run out of... Alright, this looks new. A curved thing? This might have been where I started, actually. Yeah, no. Maybe. I remember there's a bunch of these things. These things, whatever they're called. Oh, there's no sleeping, huh? Wonder what game that was that I'm combining another game in with this game in my brain. I don't think this is the place where I was. Going west again here. Hey, buddy. Kind of trying to avoid him. Darren did the job. For a second, I thought Darren was going to accidentally run into that guy. Van braces. This looks like these are better than mine. Whoops, did it again. These are reinforced versus tough. Yeah, mine are better. So let's give these to Darren. Actually, his are better than this. I think. Yeah, let's toss this shit on the ground. If I find a pile of loot, I know that's where I dumped a bunch of crap. There's a chest over here, too. No, that's just a box. Oh my god, I stepped on top of that. I was standing on top of that thing for a second. That's crazy. So I watched this PBS special years ago. What is that? Is that another bill hook? It is. And they had like these volunteers pretend like they were Roman soldiers. And are these very high quality and fairly poor condition? A high quality and good condition. How does yours look? Balance. This one's better. So they had these guys pretend to be, like they were volunteers, pretend to be Roman soldiers, and they gave them these spiked sticks that they said they didn't know what the Romans did with them. And I don't know if that's true, but the volunteers immediately made these things. And they said, oh shit, that's what these spiked sticks that the Romans carried around for. And everyone's like, well, no shit. But I don't know. Like I said, it was a PBS thing, so there we go. That turned on a fire. Alright, that lights that on fire. What do you think, Darren? Jump on in. It's not a trap. Hmm. Oh, it's a fucking puzzle. The bane of my existence. When I say that I don't look up stuff for video games, I look up every puzzle immediately. I despise puzzles. Um, so I used to really be into Roman history and stuff, but I kind of lost interest in it. I don't know. I'm not lost interest. But I remember that PBS thing. It was a reality show. You know, and maybe it wasn't PBS. Maybe it was something similar to PBS. But all right, let's see here. Each door represents. Pull those two lever down. They represent each door. Oh, that will stay down. Whoa, hey, go on out, buddy. All right, don't come out. I want to see what's over here. Oh, can I charbroil this guy? Let's charbroil this guy. Hurry up. I don't know if that did anything. I figured I'd give him a couple of cooking, couple of rounds of fire on him. Over here? Got some jugs. Get out of here, jug. So does this game doesn't have random maps then? Oh, it's through the gates. What is that stick over there? So you know what it is, I think, with the not that interest in the Roman thing anymore. When I was younger, I used to read tons of history stuff, and then I've always read a ton of sci-fi. But as I get older, I read less for some reason, which is kind of a bummer. But also, sorry, I thought there was something over there. I also watch a lot more stupid shit, if that makes sense. I used to like watch a ton of movies and stuff. Now I'll just be like, watch some stupid show on Netflix that isn't even that good. Turn off my brain more, I guess. Come on, guys, why do you keep walking around over here? Don't bump into, don't, Jesus Christ, you're gonna bump into that guy. What's HEMA? Oh, we're just gonna stare at each other? Alright. I was waiting patiently for them to for hey, look, a stretcher. See, this is the details I was talking about. What is that? What's historical European martial arts about? Because I remember reading a different book about, I don't remember it being called that, but it was about, you know, like that they're at. So back in the day when I was just a kid, they used to say that like knights didn't have any, like they just flailed around with their swords, and then they found some historical documents that showed, you know, Mordau actually, that video game mentioned that that more down move or whatever, and that's in these books. And that was like when I was reading about that. This was at least 20 years ago, where they found these books showing that there obviously was training, and obviously was, and everyone already knew that, but they were kind of like, historically, we don't have any proof. Which way are we going here? Is that kind of similar historical European martial arts? Damn it. I had a drink cranberry juice. Alright, what was I doing here? Salve. Let's go back to this gate here. I mean, soon back to this gate. I was just checking this out. Okay, here's the gate. I'm trying to think, what is the name of that? Oh my god. The Society for Creative Anachronism? Is that what I'm thinking of? So it's like people who dress up in knights, as knights and whatnot, and fight each other with like padded weapons. It kind of got weird for a while. When I was in high school, there was some uh, weirdos doing it. And when I say weirdos, I don't mean like weird, like cool weirdos. I mean like people that are ruining it. I don't know how to describe that differently. But I went to a Renaissance fair when I was like 13, and there was some chick that was probably like 18 or 19, and she said she was gonna fight the battle for me, and I was like in love, you know, because I was reading all the fantasy novels and stuff. It was I think it was a society. Oh, this one just opens up, huh? Society for Creative Anachronism, I think is what it was called. Yeah, I think, don't they have actually like full plate for kids? That has been restored, not restored, but saved and restored. There's actually a YouTube dude who um, has a lot of, I forget what his name is, a lot of that old armor and weapons and stuff that he doesn't have it, but he goes to museums and stuff and checks it out. I'm going east. Tobias Capwell. Alright, I'll keep an eye out for it. East. East is what we want to do here, I think. Or did I get turned around? No, I haven't been here. I've not been in a classroom yet. Definitely not been here. Another key. What is this? Ink pot. You can take it. Do I want it? Oh, you can put other shit inside of it? Not the axe, but other things. Oh, you know, I can put all these keys in here. Well, I'm not too overloaded, I don't think. Poor Darren guy. Curious if I can knock that thing over. I don't know how he's doing. I don't know how to tell what his what is that? Oh, that's shadow of the chair. His health. There's something on the chalkboard. I wanted to see if I can zoom in to it more. I can't see what that is. It's like a river. We got some X's going in this way. We got something, maybe some houses over here, some hills. And what is this final destination over here? I want my shadow to go away here. Oh, there's like a, no, that's just hills. Town. Yeah. Forest. I love that he can trip. I don't know why. Video games just don't normally allow that. Alright. Where were we going here? We're going back, continuing east, I think. If we can. I don't think we can, actually. I think we're out of the eastern area. Yeah, we've already done all of this stuff. I still haven't seen this salve. Oh, there's some more boots. I probably walked right past it. Those are fine. Well, let's look at your boots. Oh, these are actually might be better. No. Nope. 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 Hey, there's another chest. Oh, I've already been here? No. A pouch? Can I wear that pouch just out of curiosity? No. Chalk. Thick quilted. Let's see, these are better than my current quilted ones. And let's put this on Darren here. And this is better. Now he does actually walk on the ground, which is interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a game, actually. Trying to think. Usually, you know, you cruise across the ground. You like you're on a skateboard or something. And they just make you bob up and down. All right, more bathrooms, huh? So that's actually another kind of impressive thing, is that there's in bathrooms enough bathrooms for everybody. I don't know about enough, but some bathrooms for everybody. At 11:40, huh? Time flies when you're playing I can't even say the name. Exanima. All right, so we're pretty dead-ended out there. Yeah, a lot of times it is a glorified hitbox with uh, textures. All right, now we're going back north. I don't remember this little wheelbarrow or whatever that is. Not a wheelbarrow, but all right, that's north. Let's go west. I guess I don't know how far we went. Oh, I know where we are now. We came from this direction, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, totally. That's what I was talking about, like where you glide across the ground. I like what she's holding. All right, I'm just double checking here. I don't want to lose my way. All right, this is where I came in. And now we're gonna go back, right? I was just making sure. Yeah. Whoa. This is where I went in here. All right, okay. The classroom had a locked door? I didn't see a door. Must have missed it. Oh, there's a door here. Right here. What was my new key? This one, I think. Another sword over here. And a bill hook. A decent one. I think his is really good. No, it's the same. What is my backup weapon? What does that compare to a bill hook? Impact is way higher and the slash is okay. I'll use this. I'll keep using this one. Whoops. I was like, what happened to our light? And it was because I switched weapons. Now let's take a look at the sword. Whoops. Don't right click. Left click. This one is a little more balanced. It has less impact though. We got a chest behind us. What do we got here? This is better on crushing. Slightly less, so it's a more balanced damage thing. So I'm actually gonna take that and we'll put this on you. Let's double check here. Yeah, throw that shit on the ground. And a jacket, huh? What does that replace? Oh, that replaces this, huh? Weird. Does this replace? Oh, that's gonna not cover two different items. Let's throw this on the ground as well. What is this on this shelf over here? Or not shelf, on this. A mediocre billhook in terrible condition. Don't think we want that one. I was about to hit M for map, and I like I don't have a map, but all of a sudden I thought. Okay. Alright, this is where I came in. And then we're gonna go left through here. Alright, what do we got here? What is that? Is that just a tray? Are these manacles? Like leg manacles or something? So they're so far apart? Can't click on them. Can't click on that either. Hey, we got another book over here. And what is this thing? Parchment. They lose the will to live without their bodies. They seem completely bound to their mortal remains. Is it just because of their lesser minds? I have attempted to sustain one with nothing left, but the gods below, what am I doing? It is horrifying. Sometimes it is as if I suddenly awake to realize that I'm fueled by rage, as if I hold these poor souls responsible for what has befallen me. What befell you? Deconstructing Humanity by Alder Hanks, a medical book on human anatomy, mostly complex diagrams, surgical terminology. There are many underlying passages and circle diagrams in the sections that deal with the brain. Okay. I wasn't really expecting science to be what's going on here. I was expecting more of... Oh, I have a little little thing down here. I was expecting more of what do I need here? Magic over science is what I was thinking. This one requires inversion. And this one just says unavailable. I don't know if that's because it's not in the game yet, or if it's unavailable because I can't do it. I guess we'll do calm here. Looks like this is going to be massive. Did you see how it's like he was slowly moving his leg? Interesting. I'm keeping an eye out for this healing item, so that's why I keep checking all these jars and stuff. Oh, he's got these are uh, um, prosthetics. We're in like some kind of medical area. Alright, west it is. Is that right? I guess it is. There's a... Okay, here's another book. A long list of people undergoing treatment of grievous wounds. Many of the injuries appear to be bites and lacerations, presumably resulting from the attacks of some sort of animal. Hmm. And what do we got here? What is this little thing? Is this a fork? It's an interesting looking fork. Oh, hey buddy, I haven't seen one of you guys in a long time. Been running around without any encounters at all for quite a while. Darren's ready though. What is this? Oh, just some wool. I think our belts are fine. Oh, I took off some clothes and I guess I never put it back on. Our belts are fine. I think I did take off like a jacket or something, never put it back on. Let's see. Yeah, I did. Darren, so you gotta lose yours. That's how it works in this. In a room before. So I do think this game should have a map. I don't know why it doesn't have a map. I know it's trying to torture the player, but it needs a map. Because playing a video game, you can't. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, and now there's another one. You can't get the same. Oh, got hit in the back. Darren, keep fighting. You can't get the same as in real life. In real life, you can. Oh, that guy's fighting with a crutch. Guy run off. In real life, you can you can see certain stuff to make you. Where's my sword here? There's something about real life where you can easily figure your way back out by directions and stuff. Not easily, but is this not what I think that is? That's a crack on the floor. I thought that was my torch. The torch is over here. Thanks for saving me, Darren. You're literally a lifesaver. Alright, what do we got here? Is this guy back for more trouble? Nothing. Nothing good. Waistcoat. I think actually, Darren, you need your waistcoat here. I think I took your waistcoat. Whoops, I do that every time. Not every time, every other time. But how many times have you played it? Alright. Let's see here. Another bathroom, huh? Or is this the same bathroom I went into earlier? Alright, now I'm lost. Alright, we're in some sort of... Alright, we're still in a medical area. Let's see. What is this down here? Alright, prosthetic. Of some sort. Okay, there's a cupboard. Alright, now I know where I am. Oh. They don't seem to mind Darren so much. They mind me. But they put up with a lot of his shit. Alright, did I look at this stuff? I know I looked at some books. Yeah, this was that one. Parchment. Yep. Oh. So there's a thing I talk about occasionally called barrier to entry, and it can be for whatever. But so not having a map is a barrier to entry for new players. So players are going to be less willing to play this game, and there's some reasons why sometimes you want that to happen. But a lot of times, all right, it must be this right here. A lot of times it's arrogance that causes that. The barrier to entry, and I think the map thing is like a huge issue in this. It's like slowing down my gameplay, not having a map. What is this? And just being able to find one is nice, but it's weirding me out that it doesn't have a map, and there's no reason not for it not to have a map. I was hoping this could be equipped as a weapon. What is this thing? Oh. I was thinking something much worse was what that was. Well, I can guess their reasons. Their reasons are probably that it would, you know, your character in the game doesn't have a map, so why should you have a map? What is this? Another bottle. But that's the thing, is you're not supposed to have like a map. It's the game's supposed to map for you, so you don't have to like actually map. It's not 1984 and you're playing Bard's Tale, you know, and you have to get your graph paper out. Alright, so I should probably use this actually. Whoops. Because I am pretty wounded. Maybe... Did that do something? Did that not do anything? I clicked it on my face. Right, but what I'm talking about is it should map as you go. It shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't just find a map and have the whole thing, but it should map as you go, and that's not... It's fine if they took everything in the game or not. It's just a barrier to entry that it doesn't need to be there for new players. That's pretty much a standard, and I mean, I don't know 100% why, but what they're saying is, you know, it's going to make it more scary if you're lost running around down here. But it's actually just like slowing me down exploring, and I find that I mean, I think this game is amazing so far, but my main complaint is that it doesn't have a map. Because it's just weird that it doesn't. Yeah, like literally, like, and I love all this. This is like a pretty amazing. So far, I think that besides the map thing, that would be my only complaint at all about this game. Yeah, that would be pretty. So that would be kind of a cool. That would be a way to do it, but it would also have to be available like at the beginning. Because if you get a map halfway through or the ability to map halfway through the game, then it's kind of pointless. Yeah, the compass isn't that helpful. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The compass is very helpful. It's actually been when I didn't have it, it was much worse, but it's not good enough. Um, but I know what they're going for. They're going for a challenge, but people are not gonna play the game. It's the barrier to entry thing. They put an artificial barrier to entry up just to make it more difficult. Um, and it's not necessary. It should be an option. You could just be like, no, there's no map, or yes, there is a map. And with people this skilled at programming, like having it this before, how they have this all, they should probably put a map in like 20 minutes. Of course, I've heard of Ultima. You know, Ultima is like the first game. Well, yeah, but that's like 20, 30 years old. 30 years old for Ultima. Ultima 1 and 2, man. Ultima 4. Ultima 4. Man, I think that's the one I'm thinking of. So in Ultima 2, I think it's Ultima 2. It might be Ultima 1. It was such a pain to. So you had so much extra money that it was easier for me to buy enough ships so I could coat the whole ocean with ships instead of buy a ship, get on the ship, and drive it around. It was easier just to buy enough ships to cover the whole ocean. In 1 or 2, I can't remember which one it was. All right, where am I here? Okay, so now I'm way back here. I think it was Ultima 2. Yeah, but they might not have had a save function because it might not have been available as technology back then. Um, I mean, a lot of that stuff, I think Ultima 1 didn't have a save thing, and I remember you just leave it running. It wasn't by choice. They would have allowed you to save if they could have. Okay. Now I'm confused. I guess I'm chasing this guy. Oh, no, here we go. What do you mean I can't save it at all? I have to restart if I exit? I assumed it was just the Iron Man or something. Oh, you said there was a checkpoint earlier, so it's checkpoint based. Okay, I'm going back. All right. And this is the flame room, right? Yep. Yeah, I can't remember which ultimate is where you start. So at the beginning of originally I don't think the ultimates had it, but after a few of them, like 2 or 3 in, it started asking you questions and you answer the questions and that's how you made a character. Um, those games were so hard as a kid, the Ultima ones. Man, I'm pretty sure it's Ultima 2. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm gonna stop streaming in a second here, but 3 hours is usually my limit. But I want to look up Ultima 2 and see what it looked like. The Revenge of the Enchantress. I think it was Ultima 1 then. No, maybe it is. Man, have you ever heard the sound effects in Ultima? Ultima 1. What did that look like? Okay, I think it was Ultima 1. Where I just paved all of the ocean with, you know, I was like 10. So I had all the time in the world to play it. Paved all the ocean with boats because just to make life easier. Sword and sandals. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Oh wow, I've never heard of that game. Interesting. Well, there's swords and sandals. This looks pretty old. It's on Steam though. I know Ultima could be on Steam for all I know. All right, but I am gonna call it a night. I try not to stream more than 3 hours because I get burned out. But this game is amazing. Like I said, I'd only if I exit, what happens? Well, I don't want to exit while I'm streaming, but I'd only seen that one review, and I was a little reluctant just because I didn't know that much about it. But so far, I'm pretty impressed. Like I was saying, the only thing I can find a fault is that it doesn't have a map. I really like the sound too. It's very, like right now, it's very dreadful. Make me worried, you know. I know that there's nothing in here, right? But at the same time, maybe there is. What is this, an axe? They did like such a good job on all this stuff. Yeah, especially if it's one guy started it and then now he has a crew. It sucks that if they're really not making any money anymore on it because software development's fucking expensive. And then software development while you're doing a day job is even more hellish. Right now I'm just kind of running in circles while I'm talking here, but also looking. Oh yeah, like fight music and stuff. It's still pretty good though. I can imagine if you played it for hours, it definitely probably gets old, but so far I haven't gotten. Well, see, there's like even some new boots down here. They're not as good as these other boots. This one has crushing coverage. Oh, I'm fully healed now too. Oh, here's that cave you were talking about. So you know what else is kind of awesome about this game is that you don't have to fight the undead guys. Like every other game, you'd have to fight them. You can fight them. Well, I was gonna stop streaming. Now I'm gonna look at this cave a little bit here. I thought I heard a bagpipe for a second. I couldn't tell if that guy was gonna aggro or not. Oh, Darren's stuck. I'll help you, buddy. Oh, that guy over there does. Let me, I'm full health now, though. I don't want to get in a fight. Let's go back and, what is on this thing? Maybe that's what will be the final thing for this stream is to, fight this guy. Well, there's just one, yeah. Come on, Darren, you ready? We're gonna fight this dude. Let's start out with a lunge, yeah. Oh, it didn't work at all. Oh, I hit Darren. Oh, I'm getting my ass kicked. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. That was like the worst fight since the first fight. What do we got here? A leather belt. Let me take this off so I can get to my belt here. Yeah, same. We got shoes. Let me put this back on or I'll forget. Shoes look the same. Sure, we don't need leather tunic. I think that's fine. That's not good stuff there. There's a book here too. A list of people assigned guard duty here. The same names are repeated, signed, and stamped over and over again. Occasionally a name disappears suddenly and is replaced by another. No reason for this is noted. Huh. Okay. That's sketchy. Oh. Hi, buddy. I'm gonna go back this way. I wasn't even exploring. I was just running around randomly, and now I'm exploring again. Alright, that's where I came in. Whoa, here's the cliff you were talking about. Whoa, let's not run. Let's not run. Let's walk very carefully. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, no problem. We made it. What do we got down here? A bucket. So, when I make my D&D maps, whenever there's a place that's like empty, I just put a bucket there. It seems to work quite well. Thought I heard a crushing skull or something there. Like, no, maybe not. Like, it kind of sounded like bones. No. Alright, let me see here. But I'm gonna lose this stuff anyways, probably, right, when I exit. Oh, you said it saved on exit. Oh, there's like a hole down in here. Oh, there's a chest in here, too. What do we got here? A horn. And a very ornate dagger. Very balanced. It doesn't do very good damage. I wonder if you can just start shanking people with it, though. Is it a pretty big dagger? Oh, it is a pretty big dagger. Watch out. Stand back, Darren. You know, I'm a crazy man. Curious as if is there gravity in this game where it will like crush you? I haven't noticed that. There's gravity, but I don't think you can get crushed, right? You can get pinned. But I don't think there's crushing damage. That's why I was putting stuff on his head. It wasn't just for fun. I was trying to pay attention, you know, like, is it hurting him? Doesn't look like it hurts him, which is good. Because that you could accidentally fuck yourself over. Alright, I should call it a night, though. I still have to eat dinner, and it's already 12 o'clock. Oh, was there some weirdness where people were accidentally hurting themselves and where it didn't make sense? Here's a bucket. Whoa. So I also wasn't expecting there be different environments, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously there should be, but I wasn't expecting it for some reason, which is kind of cool. All right, now I'm lost again. All right, this is back where I started. All right, I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you again, Lurker, for all of the help. I appreciate it. You got me through the noob area, and I'm getting comfortable now. I still suck at fighting. Next time, before I play, I'm gonna do some arena battles, definitely, just to get that feel down, because I don't feel like I'm confident. I'm not confident at all of being able to win a fight. It's basically I'm just flailing around like an idiot, and yeah, I'm the stabbing. I'm getting okay, I think, but you gotta really close with them. I don't know. Um, yeah. So thanks for joining me, guys, and thanks for the follow.